The A's were unable to complete the sweep against the Toronto Blue Jays, as in the third game of the series, the Blue Jays won in a low-scoring affair, 2-1 final, and interestingly enough, all three runs that came from both sides were scored on solo home runs, so really not much offense on the base paths. But yeah, the Blue Jays, they avoid the sweep, and the A's lose in the third game of the series. So yeah, the A's, sort of like last game, had some good defense that prevented runs early on. In the top of the fourth inning, Nick Allen got a nice diving play that really prevented a run that was going to come around from second. And I've saw a lot of good defense from Allen, so that's good to see. Caprillion was on the mound for the A's. He had a solid start. So yeah, the A's got on the board first in the top of the bottom of the sixth inning, rather. Solo homer for Ramon Laureano, and that was a very nice home run to left field. No doubter, it was gone. And the A's went up 1-0. Like I said, all of the runs came off solo homers. That was the first one. So that was good. He's really doing well lately. Laureano, he's batting .310 with 4 homers over his last 8 games. So he's really turned it around. I mean, I think Laureano was started out slow, coming off his suspension at the beginning of the season, and I think he's doing a lot better now. But yeah, Matt Chapman, who obviously homered in the last game, former team he's playing, hit a solo homer, and that was in the 7th inning. Sort of disappointing considering the A's were only up 1, and Caprillion still on the mound going strong. He was scoreless up until that point. I guess Matt Chapman he knows how to hit homers against his former team in his former stadium. And then in the top of the 8th, Bo Bichette delivered the final little, moment that put the Blue Jays on top with a go-ahead solo homer off Domingo Acevedo. Absolutely crushed to left field, and it cleared the wall. And they went up 2-1. The Jays really, kind of just took advantage of the A's bullpen just not being super strong. Domingo Acevedo, he's been shaky all season. And the A's got out in the bottom of the 9th, and the Jays won the game. I'm not much I can say about the offense, but I think the A's, they needed to bring around more guys on the base paths. I mean, so did the Jays, considering that, both teams only got solo homers as their offense. But, I mean, it's just disappointing because you look at James Caprillion, he's had, a couple good starts this year, but ultimately kind of a tough year. He goes, 6 innings and only allows 1 run. Only strikes out 1 batter, but the A's were sort of riding on a good bullpen in the past 2 games, and in this one, didn't really happen. Domingo Acevedo, I mean, he was the only one that allowed a run, but when you only have a 1-0 lead, I think Mark Kotsay has just got to give Caprillion a little bit more time, because, we might not have to use these sort of weaker bullpen arms if we're being more open with using these pitchers in the later innings. The A's only had 4 hits today, just like last game, and yeah, I mean, it was not really a big offensive showdown. It was just a very low-scoring affair. And really in this game, I think the A's are having good performances from certain individuals. I think Laureano's doing pretty good. Even like certain guys that are just kind of making their way into the lineup. Like, I've liked what Nick Allen's been doing, not just hitting, but defense. And then V-Mile Machine, I know he was a guy that wasn't really useful in the past couple of seasons, but he actually defensively is doing okay, and he's also getting hits, and so that's good. But the A's, doesn't really make a difference. We're still at the bottom of the standings, but, it would have been nice to get a sweep. I don't even know. I can't even remember the last time we got a sweep. And that's going to conclude this series. We're going to be playing the rival Houston Astros in a 3-game series that'll stretch over this weekend. And so that should be interesting. I'm not expecting much from us, considering the Astros are, really running away with our division. But we will see what happens. So the A's lose 2-1 to the Blue Jays. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I'll see you guys later. And yeah, peace out.